Hi, this is Anand from Geekstick. In this video, we are going to see Jenkins and Ansible integration. Yeah, now we are going to see how we are going to integrate Ansible in Jenkins. Yeah, I will show how to install and what are the plugin that needs to be installed, then how you are going to use it. It's a very short video and going to be a very short demo. Here, in this example, I'm going to take this check env, the demo already it's configured. Let's open this configuration. Here I am seeing, okay, in the add build step, there is no Ansible. So first I need to install this plugin. I'm going over here, manage Jenkins, manage plugin. In the available, I'm looking for Ansible. Okay, I'm going to install this Ansible. Okay, it got installed. That's why I got the success message. I'm going over here, check env, configure. Yes, the Ansible playbook came here. Now, for an example, let us try to start like this. Ansible, the adapt commands. Here I'm having some examples. Here, what I have done, as usual, I gave the host pattern, to all the host. Either we can give like this, command ls, I gave this, and one more thing here I did, disable the host SS key check. I disabled it for here. But in actual production environment, you need not disable it. When I'm trying to build now, see, it is trying to list the files from all the hosts, including, let's see, what are the hosts it was trying to get from CentOSsupport.com, CentOSAnsible.com, and also from this local host. Yeah, let us try to give like this. Will it be able to identify? CentOSstar.com. We are trying now. Actually, the chances are very less to work, less likely to work. The reason is it is not given in that host. Yes, the Jenkins.com didn't work, but it is able to catch CentOSsupport.com and CentOSAnsible.com. So instead of the pattern, what I am trying to give, directly let me hard code it to the Jenkins. Yes, it is not able to identify. So we ought to give that hard coded value 127.0.01 as given over here. 127.0.01, if you give, it will list out all the files. This is one step. The other one is we can give this inline host like this. Host, let's see, will it work? It is not able to identify the source. So we are giving the inline command. Sorry, I need to give 127.0.01 colon star. But actually here it is listing out only the local. So we need to give the hard coded value. The other way, we have seen this, the adapt commands. Now let me remove this adapt, and I'm going to give Ansible playbook. The playbook path is here. Already I'm having the files, the file status.yaml. Host is host, and the host subnet is broadcast. Yeah, here what I have done, I copied this file status.yaml into its working folder. Likewise, the host also copied to the working folder. From there, I'm executing. Actually, if you see, there are two external variables my work is relying on. So what I'm trying to do, if it checks that a.txt is available in its destination path, then it will copy the file from this given path to home.vagrant in this destination machines. How I gave over here, if you see, advanced, here I am giving this to external variables, path and the file name. Apply. Then what else I gave? The credentials. Actually, credentials is not mandatory. With the credentials also it runs. I gave this complete YAML file, and in file.host I gave this host name. So I'm going to execute now. Will now. Yes, it's connected to the destination machine. It is checking its status, and then it's printing if the file status exists or not. It's printing. Let's see, has it been copied to this destination or not? Yes, it is copied. File check.txt has been copied over here because the file a.txt is available in this machine and it is not available in Ansible or CentOS Ansible.com, but it's available in support.com. So the file has been copied over here. So we have successfully tested this case.